Okay, well, before we start this shit, I
Yeah.
just want to comment, because those of you listening, we have a little thing on our Discord here where we put our topics for the podcast, and
Yes.
this motherfucker wrote Dwayne Johnson,
Yeah.
DWAYN.
Oh, did I spell it? Did I spell it wrong? I just fucking typed. Oh my god, I did. Holy Jesus Christmas.
I think it missed the E at the end,
I
but I don't
did. I
know.
did.
I don't know why though.
Yeah, I
But
did.
it looks so wrong though. But all you did was miss the E at the end. But
Yeah.
it looks
Actually,
so
yeah,
wrong.
that
It just looks weird.
Dwayne Johnson.
Well, to be honest, Dwayne is it's a weird name to begin with. Like it's just Wayne
Yeah.
with a D at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to my cousin. His name's Dwayne as well. But sorry, dude. But it is a weird name because Wayne with a D at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, way she goes.
The way she goes.
Welcome everybody back to Not Rich Just Bored, episode number 9. Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by Phil Spencer anymore. That was one episode only.
Yeah.
It was a one episode deal. He was like, "Thanks guys for promoting Game Pass. I really appreciate that." And also for that Sword Cure guy, there's a massive check in the mail for him.
Yeah. He's getting a free Xbox.
Too bad he has shitternet. That'd be hilarious if Xbox went to just purely streaming. You could download games as just pure streaming, and Justin got totally betrayed by the company he loves. You just see him outside of Microsoft headquarters. I am here to destroy you.
Yeah.
I defended you. Or he just does the Spider-Man thing. I what was it from Harry? I defended your ass in high school. Now I'm gonna kick your little ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I see is that edit of Phil Spencer as Thanos.
Yeah.
I put one as the thumbnail for the last episode. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was good.
I love that. So you know what's something awesome?
Was that?
I got a set of Galaxy Buds too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're on sale right now at Best Buy.
How much did you get them for?
$130, I think, $120.
Oh shit! Okay.
And that's $70 off right now.
Oh damn! Okay, nice.
And after looking at the price difference between, or not the price difference, they're about the same as the Pros.
Yeah.
But when you look up the specs for both of them, they look about the same.
Yeah.
Like they don't. I don't know. To me, the Pro has supposedly better audio, but less battery life.
Oh, okay.
But then when I look up reviews, it's like it's the same almost. Like,
oh really?
People are like, I do not notice a difference.
Interesting.
And I'm sure right now there's some audio expert out there that's just cringing, going, "Motherfucker."
Yeah.
They're like,
well,
that one's 4-channel stereo. This is 8-channel stereo. Okay.
you know the battery thing is like the thing. Those are okay. Those are like earpods, right? Like they're not over ear stuff. That's the one thing though is that I don't know anyone that can wear them for like what do they say? Audio up for like how many hours?
Well, this one's these ones are very interesting because I read it all over the place. People like they only last 3 hours. They only last like up to a maximum of 4 hours. I'm like, what the hell? But if you look at the actual box, the box literally says 5 to 20 hours.
Oh, really?
But that's a little crazy. Like that's some deviation.
Well, the only thing I could is that with the pack.
With the pack,
like you know the carrier case that recharges them.
Yeah.
Well, like with a full charge on that pack, the carrying case,
Right.
does it then come out to that amount of hours?
Maybe. Well, how else could you charge them though?
Well, that's what I mean. Like in one charge for your earpod holder.
Uh
Oh my god, my dog.
huh. All there.
Yeah, pretty much. The like probably without having to charge your the case multiple times or on one charge. Wow, sorry, my dog. I'm not having focus here, but on one charge with your case, you could probably get 20 hours for your ear pods.
Oh
But
yeah.
you'd have to charge them multiple times, of course, right? That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
No? Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I got what you're saying.
Okay. The dog is
Edit
like,
that dog out.
yeah,
I
no
know.
kidding.
And I know he's a loud dog. He's just screaming in your mouth.
Yeah.
Fuck it, just feel.
Dude, he's in the living room.
Oh yeah, well that's what I mean. He's so
And
fucking loud.
I have the door shut. Oh well.
Yeah, it's like Kyle when we play Phasmophobia. You can just you hear like that's all you hear from the other. Like when I talk and it's like all you hear is like Kyle's voice in my mic. I'm like, God damn it.
True.
But either way, if anybody needs not AirPods, the Samsung version, they are on sale at Best Buy, like $70 off. So
That's pretty
and
cool.
as far you were talking about comfortability, and I know because I've had earbuds before and I'm not a fan. These ones, I actually tried them out. They're pretty good, and they suction. They're pretty good. I got them mostly for the jogging I'm going to be doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You guys can stop laughing. and for working out and stuff, in my Cobra Kai dojo.
Yeah. Is it just goes into your ear? Is there something that clips over your ear to hold it in place?
No, it just goes in your ear, but
okay.
But it like suctions in your ear. The way the ear pod is made.
Yeah.
Kind of suctions in there. And it also a neat thing is that it comes with alternative rubbers.
Yep.
If those ones don't quite fit, you're right.
Yeah,
but I've tried 100 different, not literally, but I've tried a lot of different earbuds, and there's a lot of them that are dog shit. Like I remember these ones I had back in the day, and they had like a little plastic thing on them that curved out to the curvature of the inside of your ear.
Yeah.
But all it did was fucking make your ear sore.
Yeah, actually,
fucking hated those.
The Google Pixel ones are like that.
Oh, that's ugly.
I like mine are not the wireless. I just got a pair. I think it was like with the Pixel 3 or Pixel 5, one of the two. I got those. But I actually, funny enough that you brought that up, because I actually got those Dr. Dre fucking wireless ones. They're like $150 or something like that.
Oh yeah, can you take calls on them?
Yep.
Oh cool. Yeah, I saw those ones.
Yeah, they're not bad. For myself, I gotta figure out which of those little insulator rubber pieces to work with my ear, because I do find after a while, and I'm not moving around, I'm just building shit, and they kind of tend to pop out of my ears. After a while, I have to adjust. But the shitty thing is if I go and adjust, they have like a button kind of press function to their thing to like pause it or increase volume and such and such. So when I go and try to adjust it, I go and press it, and then I'm pausing the music while I'm doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Do you have to download an app for those ones on your phone?
Yeah, the Beats Audio app.
Beats Audio. Okay,
but it's just to set it up, that's all. And then after that, it's as simple as pairing.
Yeah. That's the same as this one. But if you have a Samsung, you already have the Samsung wearables app.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that made sense for you to get those too, since you have Samsung.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know if they're compatible with other phones, to be honest. I really don't know. Yeah, I think they are. I know I don't think you can use Apple though, right?
Yeah, you could. No, 100%. They'll make it compatible
really?
with all the way around. But they'll make it more user friendly with probably Samsung. Like, to give you an idea, Beats Audio, right? That's an Apple product technically.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. So first thing that they like to show off is if you have your Apple iPhone, and also like when you pull shit out, it's like try iTunes Music for free, and it's like, yeah, no. I have Spotify.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Spotify is literally the goat,
Yeah.
and
The reason
I'm excited to see what the quality is on these ones.
Yeah, the reason why I went with Beats is for the longest time we worked at a big box store, and so many people talked such great things about Beats Audio.
Yeah.
Now, what I should have really experienced is their like studio over ear product ones,
Yeah.
because I hear those are incredible. Like, where these ones are still good.
Yeah.
I love earphones that have a really good bass to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew going into getting these that I was going to sacrifice some kind of audio quality, because at the end of the day, no matter what, you can only get so much out of the drivers out of these small wireless headset or these
Yeah.
wireless earphones.
Well, that's just it. And I I know, like, yeah, that was back in like 2012 or 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beats Audio was like the shit. That was like,
Oh my god. Yeah.
if it had the Dr. Dre brand on it, you're looking at like $300 to $700.
Hmm.
Like, and I remember like that was like, I won't say any names, obviously, but I remember there was one guy that we worked with that was fucking stealing those
Yeah.
outside the store, and he eventually got caught on the cameras and stuff, got fired, but like,
Yeah.
fuck, those were expensive, man.
Yeah.
They came
Um.
they came in a nice case too.
With those Samsungs, do they have like a transparency mode and like noise canceling modes and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what what's transparency mode.
So transparency mode is like it's blocking out most of the audio, but to say if someone starts talking to you, it's going to pick that up and it's going to make that portion clear.
Oh, okay.
So voices
I
will be
think so.
clear. Yeah.
Oh, so
So
like if you're taking a call while listening to music or something?
no. It's like, so say if I had a heater going,
Oh,
it's going to block out the heater sound, but if such and such walked in and was like, "Hey, Ryan, what's up?" I would hear him clearly.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know actually. I know there was a bunch of settings, but it needs a firmware update, and it won't let me do it until it's at least at 15%.
Oh,
So
okay.
so
It,
I
they,
I just
it
threw them on a
was
charger.
it was funny because when I first got them, I took them out of the case and I did the software and everything, and then I put them on my ear, and I'm actually in my car, and
Yeah.
I had started the car up, and it was in transparency mode right at the starting, and I'm like, oh wow, this is weird. It's like noise canceling. I can't really hear anything around. But yeah, it was in transparency mode, and then I'm listening to the music started playing in my car on the radio, and like the music was quiet, but the vocals to the guy singing was really weirdly clear. It was such a strange thing.
Well, that's because there was no music, because all you were listening to is "I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel a snake bite into my veins." Because I heard you. You were pulling up to my house and you were like, "No, no,
Yeah.
no, no."
It's funny because um yeah, this, like, technically this is, no, I wouldn't say that. I guess my car has Beats Audio in it. I was gonna
Yeah,
say this is technically my second Beats Audio thing I have. I guess you could say that because I own the car, but
I was
came
gonna
with
bring
the
that up
car.
too, because you're a big fanboy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you like Dr. Dre.
Dr.
You like
Trey.
you like
You know
Dr. Dre.
what?
Put something in my car.
You know what's funny to me? Maybe I'm just overthinking it or overanalyzing it or something, but I swear anything that's like Eminem or Dr. Dre, the audio sounds almost better with that compared to anything else. Like the beat hits harder and stuff like that. It's weird. Like it makes like in a certain sense it kind of makes sense because Dr. Dre fucking made Beats audio. So
yeah, but 2 words. Harman Kardon.
oh yeah. I would like to, in your vehicle, it sounds really good, but I would like to, one, I would like to experience it in a Challenger
Yeah,
in a small area. Like
yeah,
your vehicle is very open, and yeah, I would really like to hear Harman Kardon because that's like think about it. There, Harman Kardon is no matter what, it's the same package, but just put into different applications. So from an SUV like to a truck to a car, no matter what, it's 18 speakers, and like it's just crazy to me fitting 18 speakers into a Dodge Challenger.
yeah. But do you have a Blu-ray player in that Dodge Challenger?
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Are you a virgin in the Dodge Oh yeah. No, you're not a virgin, that's for sure.
Yeah.
In the Pacifica, yeah, a little bit. But I will tell you,
What's up?
pulling up to the old Walmart in Pacifica, you got a lot of tension.
Yeah.
There's a
Look at
lot of
that
moms.
loser.
No. There's a lot of moms pushing carts, being like, "Oh my god, I wish I had that lift-up tailgate."
Yeah, yeah. As she goes over to her 2022 GMC Terrain or whatever. Mommy, why does that man have a van? He's just a fucking loser, son. Oh, just kidding, but
we could put the back seats down, and we can get it on out there while the kids watch movies in the front. I'm just saying, gets a lot of attention from the ladies.
Mhm. I know my next vehicle.
Is it gonna be a van?
No. The one of the things that I'm going to look into because we're pretty big into vehicles, right? And when it comes to like certain um, components, I don't think just from my experience of you owning Alpine in your
Yeah,
previous vehicle, I don't think I want to like because I'm looking at a Charger for my next car, but I don't want to get an Alpine system in it. I want to go either Beats Audio, which I have now, or Harman Kardon, which I think it's harder to get Harman Kardon in a Charger than it is Challenger. Actually, funny enough.
probably. Yeah, you'll sell. Here's what you'll do: you'll sell your car to my dad, and then he'll be like, "Why does the radio work?"
Yeah.
All you see is all the speakers are just popped out. There's just harnesses everywhere. I had to move it to my new car. Sorry.
You, you know what's crazy too is that sound system, the Beats Audio. I don't know if I'm just really lucky or how they have it set up in my specific car, but for how loud I play music,
Yeah.
the speakers are in good shape. Friggin'
I don't think
buddy.
speakers are the way they used to be though. Like I think they're built to last. Like
Well,
they level them out.
I don't know, man, because like so, my buddy Marty, he had that 2011 Mopar edition, and
Yeah.
it had Alpine in it. All his speakers were blown.
Oh really?
Yeah. And also, I'll have to take a look at the speakers because some guy I was watching videos in the past on because of that scenario. I was kind of curious on what it would be to change out the speakers. So I was watching just a stereo removal and like the speakers for the Alpine, and I imagine it's the same for Beats Audio as well and Harman Kardon. At the end of the day, no matter what, it's the amplifier that's you just get an extra bigger amplifier boost and stuff, and then more speakers added. The speaker quality itself it's still like just like when we used to own Impalas. Remember those stupid paper speakers?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I totally do.
yeah. Unfortunately, I think most of them are still paper speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the drivers in them are very small compared to a nice aftermarket one.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. When you look at those aftermarket speakers, they always look sweet. But it's funny because I was super excited. Jordan Peterson returned to Joe Rogan since he's been sick and stuff. So I was actually listening to their podcast today. I didn't get all the way through it yet because I didn't go on a big road trip today for work. But it's funny. They were actually talking about old cars for a little bit, and he was Joe was talking about how that's one of the biggest things with cars is that back in, I think he said like 2010 even and beyond. Yeah, most guys that were into cars would look into an aftermarket stereo just because you kind of had to at that time. He said, but the new ones are actually pretty fucking decent. Like they're actually pretty good.
I agree with you on that. I agree with him on that because we
Yeah,
haven't.
me too.
You didn't touch anything in your previous vehicle. I haven't touched anything in my 300. But again, the thing is though, is the stereo. Like as much as it's like, unfortunately for me, it's kind of outdated. I can't use some of the features that I used to be able to. Like because again, the car is a 2013. The last phone I was able to connect that it would be familiar with, truly, like to use the text to speech and uh, actually see the music. It was a Samsung Edge 6 or 6 Edge.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my new phones, like it doesn't pick up what song I'm playing. It just says Pixel 6 on it, for
So
example.
weird, hey. Imagine your device is too new.
Yeah.
It's always old, right? It's always like Windows 7. There's no compatible drivers because it's so old now. But no, it's
Yeah.
like your phone's the opposite. Your phone's too new, bro.
Yeah. And it's funny because you think maybe it could be a software update to fix that, but I guess not. I guess I don't know.
Mopar sitting there like,
Yeah,
that'll be
but
$400, please.
it what I'm curious about is because the other thing also on top of the whole speaker system is also the manufacturer date. Like I want something that's, example for the charger, 17 or higher because that's when they started adding Android Auto.
Yeah,
And I think with Android Auto, it updates itself, I think.
I would
Um,
fucking hope so.
so I think no matter what, even if your phone keeps getting newer, you'll
Yeah.
always have access to all that good information, all the proper information, like your
Oh,
GPS,
oh yeah.
Spotify, and stuff like that, which is I think a huge thing.
Well,
So
I feel like the newer vehicles should they should be getting to that point where everything is just, you could download it from the cloud or whatever.
mhm.
Or like say you're parked at home, you could connect to your home Wi-Fi and update that way.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh,
feel like that's how it should be.
and the other thing too is old Bluetooth, like my car, for example. When I play music from my phone to the car, there's at least like a 1 to 2 second delay, or maybe like a 30 millisecond delay. Like it's off. You can tell like the song you could see on the phone, like it's ended, but it's still trailing on in the car.
Yeah, that's just our Canadian ping.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's affected our Bluetooth, but from my understanding, the newer vehicles, from what I've seen, it's actually, a company truck I drove a little while ago, the Bluetooth was spot on. They
Yeah,
were
that's
properly
what
in sync.
Justin was saying too. Justin was saying in his newer truck or whatever, he didn't have any issues.
Yeah. So, and it's one thing, it's Spotify or whatever, but with say you're watching a YouTube video or something like that while you're parked, wink, wink, but the audio sync is so frustrating at times.
Oh yeah, no, because you're always, especially if you're watching like a jump scare video or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a horror gameplay or something.
yeah.
And
I,
it's
I
like,
was actually watching Doctor Disrespect today, and yeah, it was just so. I couldn't watch it at near the end because of that delay. It was just driving me nuts.
yeah. Were you watching that while you were operating a motor vehicle?
I was parked in a parking lot.
Oh bullshit! You were.
Eat my
You're
food.
you're eating your fucking Roadhouse King.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. But I yeah I fuck now. I'm sorry. I literally just started thinking about cheeseburgers and like I got so happy
What?
because dude, I had a Bacon King the other day and like
Okay.
literally it was the best part of my day.
Really?
It was so fucking delicious. I'm like, oh my god, people. I'm gonna use an old Joe Biden quote. People misunderestimate. That was it. That was in an old Robin Williams stand up where he's like, or no. That was George Bush. Sorry, not Biden. It was George Bush, and he was like, people misunderestimate me. That's not even a word.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that. People misunderestimate me. Fuck. But I was gonna say, yeah, fuck. I probably sound like I have a lisp or something today. I mean, I normally kind of do a little bit, but like today it's really bad because I got like. You ever get that on your tongue where like, if you eat like a lot of salty food, you get like a raw tongue a little bit, and it hurts.
I mm,
Or like you eat a lot of sour food.
if I have if I have, it's been quite some time, honestly.
I'm sure somebody knows somewhere. There's
Yeah.
gotta be somebody for me.
Oh!
But yeah, I got that, and it's the end of my tongue hurts, and I every time I talk, I hit it, and I'm like, ow, ow.
No.
So I'm gonna sound like I'm from Spain. Como estás? Dude, I actually learned that I thought that was for the longest time. I thought that was a Russell Peters, like it is a Russell Peters bit,
Yeah.
but it's actually true. It's actually based off a true story that the reason they speak Spanish with a lisp over there, like it's like como estás, like that, is because there was a king that had a lisp, and everybody loved that king so much that they just started copying his voice. And it's actually a true story. It sounds fake as fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so weird. Another fun
Wow.
fact in the news today that I learned recently. I don't know if you knew this, but
Yeah.
do you know who Rasputin is?
I've heard of it. I don't honestly.
Yeah, he's the guy that he was from Russia long ago.
Aren't they doing a Kingsman or something like that with him in it?
Yeah. Actually, that's kind of
Okay.
funny. Yeah, that I bring it up. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna be the villain in the Kingsman origin movie. I
Yeah.
can't. I honestly can't remember what year he lived. It was 17 or 1800s, I think. But
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
but he was one of the advisors, I think, to the Tsar. But he was like a holy priest. But like people thought he actually had magic powers, and supposedly he cured the Tsar's son of I think it was hemophilia. I think it's the bleeding. It's the disease where you bleed and you can't stop bleeding.
Interesting.
I'm gonna look it up, but yeah, it is a inherited bleeding disorder in which the blood does not clot properly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Uh,
Interesting.
and I'm gonna look this up real quick. Uh, okay, yeah, so it would have been the 1800s. It
Yeah.
looks like he was born in 1869 and he died in 1916 at age
See
47.
that makes sense because I was gonna say, just how that movie when that movie
Yeah,
takes place.
yeah, I was gonna say I think it's the early 1900s, eh?
Yeah.
But the reason I bring it up anyway, long story short, the reason I
Mhm.
brought it up is because I learned that his dick is actually in a museum.
What?
They have his dick, and it's preserved in formaldehyde, and it's
What?
and it's actually you could go and look at it.
Okay, so
Okay, hold on.
Some guy, you're telling me some guy was just like, when this man dies, we're gonna cut off his dick and put it in a museum.
Yeah, legitimate. But because he was such a famous guy and he had, I mean, you could judge for yourself, but pretty big dong.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's and I mean I don't know 200%. There's some people are saying it might not be his, but the consensus is that it is his dick and it's preserved in formaldehyde, and it's because it was so legendary. And obviously we can't show it for the people listening, but
yeah.
If you guys just look up if you look up Rasputin's dick, it'll show up. And I just thought that was so weird. I can't remember where I learned that, but like, I was like, I had to look into this because I was like, there's no way they preserved his dick in a jar. And yeah, they preserved his dick in a jar.
Holy fuck.
People are fucking weird, dude. But it's because yeah, he like they thought he was a holy healer, but he was also kind of a whore. And
holy healer, holy dick.
Yeah, he fucked hard. I don't know what's with the fucking picture of, or with the little statue of Darth Vader going on there.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm like, why the fuck is there a Darth Vader statue beside a jar of a dick? But I think it's a statue of him though. Has to be.
I think it's supposed to be. I don't think they'd put a statue of fucking Darth Vader next to him, but it's at first glance it certainly looks like him. But yeah. Like, imagine you didn't even know it. You're just like taking your grandma to the museum. Like, come on, grandma, we're gonna go to the museum. And she's like, "What's that? Is that a giant dick?" Grandma, don't look. Just look at Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my god, man.
Fuck me. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Maybe I'll call this episode Rasputin's Dick. I'll just put the picture, but I'll censor it all out. or maybe I'll name it like Ryan's Dick Reveal. Hello?
Just go why is Darth Vader beside or someone?
That'd be hilarious. But yeah, in other news, there's a couple of minor things I also wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very old now.
Okay.
Because of the TikTok generation.
Yeah.
But so there's so we both know Family Guy, of course. And there's a scene in Family Guy where Peter and Lois are like, Lois is giving him shit. And then Peter goes back at her and he goes like, you can take what you want. I like me. My friends like me. My customers like me. And he goes off this whole quote, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's being like, "Oh my god, this is low-key inspirational." It's like, "Oh, these are straight facts. This is so awesome. Dude, you're a legend. This is I'm saving this." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "None of these fucking people know that this is a John Candy quote from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?" Fuck!
Oh my god. Really?
Do you remember the hotel scene?
Yeah. I remember that because he loses his shit on John Candy, and then that's where the part where John Candy says it's up.
Yeah, John Candy's like, you want to hurt me? Go ahead if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene. And Peter copies it word for word because that's what Family Guy does, right? As jokes.
Yeah.
And there's not, I looked at the comments, there's not a single comment being like, you guys realize, besides me, of course, saying like, you guys realize this is John Candy, right? Yeah. Like this is a John Candy reference. And like not a single person, man. And everybody's like, this is low-key inspirational. I'm like, oh my god. You guys. It's a reference to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, I guess we're starting to look old, aren't we?
Yes. It seems we've reached that age where life stops giving us things and starts taking them away.
Okay, calm down. Fuck. Oh my god.
Do you know what movie that was from?
I don't remember. I've heard of that quote before.
Yeah. That's John. That's John. Sorry. That's Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. That's when he's talking to the guy that works at the Indy's talking to the guy that works at the school or whatever, because they're talking about how what the hell's his name? Bond. What the fuck's his name? Sean Connery. Yeah, they're talking about how his character, like his dad died, and and then the other person died, and then that's what he says that. Looks like we've reached that age where life stops giving us stuff and starts taking it away. Love that so much.
My God, it's so inspirational.
I know. I should literally just make some random TikTok and say that.
Yeah.
Just be like, and it'll be like a young age, right? It'll be like people in their 30s. It seems we've reached that age where life stops giving us stuff and starts taking it away. I just lost 5 TikTok followers. Thinking about hanging myself off the bridge. I want those 5 followers back.
Oh my God.
She smashed the mirror. Because she wanted to know what. I didn't even do it. She smashed the mirror because he wanted to see what she looked like when he finally broke her. How did that go again?
I forget. It's through isn't it through Max Payne that we got that from? And then there was a quote from someone.
No, it was a chick we both know, and she always posts cringy shit. And then that was her quote, because she always put depressing quotes on her pictures. And then that was the one she put. If she's watching this, shout out, you know who you are, probably. But she's like, she wrote it, and then I said, the way that it reads like a Max Payne quote. Like, because Max Payne always had those inner monologues.
Yeah.
He smashed the mirror because she wanted to see what he looked like when she finally broke him.
Oh man, it's so good.
Oh my God, so cringe.
You were kind of mentioning something about these on a different subject, by the way, about the convoy. It's going through Canada.
We got a great big convoy rocking through the night.
I was hearing it broke a Guinness Book World Records.
Yeah, it did. Apparently, I honestly, I don't know a whole bunch about the convoy. It's like, I know about the convoy, but I don't know, like, you know, where it's at right now or anything. Yeah. I know a couple friends though that are in it. But the main thing I wanted to talk about with that in regards to the Freedom Convoy was just mostly the people fighting on social media about it. I get it from both sides. I get the people that, because there's a bunch of naysayers saying, like, you know, this won't do anything, it won't change anything, and they're saying it's, you know, it's pointless and it's wasting resources and all this stuff. And I do get their point, and they're saying that the shelves are empty, and then they're like, well, the shelves are empty because the truckers are all protesting, right?
Yeah.
But the shelves were getting empty before that because they had to be vaccinated and they refused.
Yeah.
And I've talked to real truckers, and there is a shortage of truckers apparently.
Oh, there is. Oh, yeah.
There's no shortage of, like, people wanting to work and stuff, but they're like, truckers, you could say they're a dime a dozen, and they kind of are, but honestly, for how much you need, like, what's the most a guy could haul? Like 3 trailers at once, maybe, on a truck? And
Smaller
three
trailers,
trailers,
yeah.
and yeah, exactly. And like 3 trailers, that's maybe 3 stores. One shipment, one day. Holy fuck! Sorry, Kyle just lost at the game. I think he just smashed his desk. It scared the fuck out of me.
He smashed the desk to see what he looked like when he failed. Oh my god, that's golden.
To see what
Anyway.
his kill death ratio finally looked like.
Yeah.
Kyle, calm down. It's okay. But yeah. So, anyways, when it comes to this, I get people that are against the convoy, but honestly, it's about something bigger than that. They gotta understand that at this point, and I agree, it probably won't do anything. It probably won't. But you know what? At least they have the guts to fucking stand up to bullshit.
To do something instead of just sitting like, because the most of the days, especially here in Canada, we really don't stand up compared to like what they do in the States. You know what I mean? States, they literally
Oh
will
yeah.
they'll riot and shit. Canada, what do? We usually just go on social media and we just complain. We gotta
Yeah.
make a difference. We gotta make a difference. Well, sorry guys. You guys have been, no offense to our country, but we've been fucking complaining on social media for the last 2 years. Actually, no, let me take that back. We've been complaining for over almost 7 years now, let's say, maybe a little bit less since Trudeau. On a west side, a lot of, and it's starting to spread everywhere in Canada. Trudeau is not
Yep.
making great allies. You know what I mean? To his
No.
own people, and at the end of the day, like people complain about the shit that he does, and fucking social media isn't going to do anything about it. It's not
No.
like fucking their government. It's not a content creator. It's not a social media uh person that can get influenced and destroyed by by people on Facebook and shit saying shit about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally, like they've gone to court and they hardly can do anything. Like if you really want change, the unfortunate part, it has to be pretty radical. I feel like at
It
this
it
point.
it, it does. And you know what? Like at the end of the day, this is all just a big bunch of horse shit. And and if you look at Justin Trudeau, our honorable prime minister, um, every one of his fucking posts on social media, literally every day for the last like I don't know 6 months has been vaccine, vaccine, vaccine.
Yeah.
That's all it's been. Get your vaccine, get your booster, get this, get that. And it's like, you know what? People are honestly just fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
They're sick of it. I got my vaccine. I'm done.
Hmm.
You got your vaccine. You're done.
Yeah.
If somebody else doesn't want to get it, I
We
don't give
have.
a fuck.
Here's
Let's
the
get
thing.
back to normal.
Here's the thing. We have a vaccine that's in our body. Like, we have. How do we put this? We have a vaccine in our body that doesn't even help us towards the new variant. This constant changing of this virus.
Yeah. And but the stupidest thing is they say that it's the unvaccinated that are spreading it. Well, guess what? No. How about not? It's actually everybody that's spreading it.
Yeah.
There's asymptomatic spreaders. There's people that are vaccinated that are spreading it. It's all horseshit.
Hmm.
So by my logic, I don't give a fuck. Let's go back to normal. This is
And like,
the curtain's being pulled back at this
yeah.
point. It's pretty obvious that this is money.
Yeah.
This is bullshit and money.
And the other thing too is, people are like, again, there's this fear mongering too, like, oh, you should stay home and stuff to prevent yourself from getting it. But the reality of it is, I truly believe that eventually everyone's going to have it,
Fuck yeah.
and it's just a matter of time. It's like people compared this to the flu. Whatever. I like. Again, I don't really
I think it
like
is.
talk. Yeah, I could care less on the topic myself. I have my own opinions. We kind of talk a little about it, but I'm not really vocal. I'm not on social media talking about it at all because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it hearing
We
about
all
it. I'm
are.
tired of
Exactly. We all
everyone's
are.
tired of arguing. But at the end of the day, like we're hanging out, right? And um, friggin' any one of us at any time could get it and then spread it to anyone. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't know. That sounds maybe a little odd, but like we all hanged out on Sunday.
Yeah.
There, fucking for all we know, on Friday, someone could have been in close contact with someone, and then fucking all of a sudden, if Sunday comes along, we're all hanging out. We ended up getting sick, and we wouldn't even know it.
Yep. Dallin could have been eating out a dirty monkey.
Yeah, and we wouldn't know it. But
Yeah.
but it's just I don't know. But again, it's like the normal flu bug. It's like you trying to hide from the regular cold flu bug.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't help it. If you want to have a normal life,
Yeah.
you're going to get it. It's just how it is. And I'm tired. Like I don't know. It's this is kind of a funny thing, like they talk about some of the memes that go around, like when it comes to people that are very introvert, play video games and stuff, kind of like myself and a few of us. For me, I like being at I was like, oh, I'm stuck at home. Like for me, it was like kind of whatever. I'm always home, fucking playing video games. Like I'm pretty busy now, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, but eventually though, you need to get out.
That's the thing, right? And it just, this whole thing has done nothing but complicate life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that are like, oh, get over it, first world problems. But I'm like, no, fuck you. I live in a first world.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. Dude, the idea that I can't just walk into a goddamn liquor store and pick up a 6-pack if I want to go have some brews or something. I need to get fucking there's literally security. And
Yeah.
I have to get my vaccine passport fucking scanned and my driver's license checked.
Yeah.
Like,
Funny enough that you brought that up because on
what a
Sunday when
fucking hassle.
I went and got booze, yeah, walked into the door, and it's such a conflicting thing too, right? Because like at the end of the day, like at, people want to blame the stores. Some people are losing their
I
shit
know.
to the store owners and stuff, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to protect their business,
Yeah, no, I would never blame a store.
Yeah, no, but it's so frustrating when you have these very not passive, very bullheaded people that are all about freedom, but then they'll just fucking like the the guy, the security officer at friggin' the liquor store I went to. He looked like he was 70 years old. Like the guy's just doing a job. He's there to look at a card,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Now it's so bullshit that like you said, it's bullshit that we have to have a fucking vax card to get our booze. But eh, people need to take a step back and be like, yes, this is bullshit that this happened, but you can't go and fucking conflict your rage, make a fucking video and embarrass a security guard for doing what he was paid to do. And that's
Yeah.
just to check a fucking card.
Yep. Like that's what, again, that brings us back to the freedom convoy. Get mad at your government. Don't get mad at the poor security guard.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. And there
at the
was a
end of
guy,
the day.
and sure enough, as when I approached the store, I could see a guy conflicting with the security officer, and it's like, bro,
Oh,
like I wanted to
always.
fucking tell him to shut the fuck up, and it's not like, and it's not like, I understand your fucking freedom thing. Trust me, we all do. We're all tired, but don't go and lose your shit on that old man. Fuck you, and fuck anyone that fucking does that. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's my being aggressive on that subject, but
That's the Ryan rant of the day, folks.
that's my rant. Yeah, that's my rant of the day right there. Yeah. I had a pretty. That's the only thing that's made me upset today. Today's been a great day, other than freaking government. But
dude, I have another thing that'll make you mad. But it was I just wanted to say one more thing on that whole thing.
I was gonna make a joke when you said one more thing to make me mad. But you got to talk about fucking Xbox Game Pass. That's good.
Yeah, fuck that Game Pass.
Yeah. No, but anyways, you were saying.
No, I was gonna say so, and this is actually breaking news because I don't think I've even told you this, but so we got a text from the Saskatchewan Health, that our baby, like my daughter, actually has COVID right now.
What?
She's because they did a real test because she was sick one day. She was sick one day, and she looked awful, honestly. But I mean, when babies are sick, they're kind of like, eh. They just look like they just don't want to do anything, and they just want to hug their mom, which is pretty normal for a baby. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, maybe, she's new, right? She's brand new. She's not even a year old, so she's not immune to anything, right?
Yeah.
And she was literally sick for one day. I got her some baby Tylenol, and I dropped it off there. But her sister had COVID earlier.
Yeah.
Which, she probably got it from her. But she's just sick one day. The next day, she's good. She's normal. She's fucking normal. And she's under a year old.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's all normal. And then 2 days later, big today, we get a text, from Saskatchewan saying that it's like your daughter, Briar, tested positive for COVID. And it's like you need, she needs to isolate or whatever. And it's like, she's fucking under a year old, and she whipped its ass in a day.
Yeah.
And we're locking down the world for this?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Seems weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Seems fucking
how
weird
is it
to me.
when she? Oh, excuse me. When she had COVID, did anyone else feel like? Because of course the mother would be always around her. Was she feeling off?
Well, nobody. I don't know. Nobody else looked sick in there. And then Berlin's the one that had it, like her daughter.
Yeah.
And she was sick, but she was isolating in her room, and they just basically brought food to her and stuff. And then that's about it. They didn't really have a lot of contact. But in the end of the day, you're in the same fucking house. You're gonna if my brother got sick, because he lives with me, guaranteed I'm getting sick.
Oh yeah.
We use the same common areas. There's just no chance. So even though she she isolated to her room, obviously some of it got out and it infected the baby. But literally, the baby was over in a day.
Yeah.
A baby with a fresh immune system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It just seems weird to me. That's the thing that seems weird to me, that this is this crazy virus that the world literally was basically on hold for the first year.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get it, man.
Well, wasn't there talk just not too long ago about places shutting back down again?
Yeah, there is talk about that. And maybe she got the Omicron variant.
Oh, okay.
It's maybe she did. That's the new one, right?
Well, you want to know something funny? There's another version of it. It's like they call that Omicron B1, and now there's a B2 variant of it.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be more mild.
Yeah,
but the vaccine isn't effective against it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It just I just wanted to bring that up just because I feel it's important for people to know the facts.
Mm-hmm.
And because all we ever hear on the news is 1,800 people were killed today from COVID, and it's like I still to this day, we're fucking 3 years in, I don't know a single person who's died of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody.
I think
I've heard of people getting ill and some getting very ill, but nothing worse than a flu.
I'm trying to think if I knew someone that actually died. I think I did. Not like family related. I think it was like a family friend.
Yeah.
But I think they were also older too. I
That's
would
the
have
thing.
to. I need to talk to. I think it was mom that my mom brought that up. I'll have to talk to her about that. But yeah.
And the common flu that comes around every year, it kills a lot of people every year,
Mm-hmm.
mostly senior citizens.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. Again, I'm over it. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. But I just wanted to bring that up that a baby fought off this virus pretty easily.
Yeah.
And again, you know, people say count your blessings and stuff. Yes, I was a little worried at first because I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But she seems fine.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So
That's good.
So I'm happy for that. And again, maybe I should count my blessings. Maybe it is more severe sometimes, but I really don't. I really don't think so.
It's
And
definitely one of those things that's really hard to take serious when you have scenarios like that where it was a
yeah,
minor thing for the people that that's gotten it, right? Whereas someone else that they know, a family relative that either died or is hospitalized behind that, because then it puts that also that fear mongering that goes around, that amplifies on them. They're like, oh god, my relative of mine passed away or is deathly ill because of
yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
But like,
But if
again,
I hear that and they're 80 plus years old, like I don't take that seriously because like
yeah.
honestly, the flu could have killed them too.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. Is the fact that, but everyone's different. Everyone reacts different to it. There's symptoms that are similar based on certain people, but
Yep,
like again, everyone reacts differently.
yep.
You know,
But
fucking,
yeah,
we're like, as a human species, we're so we can get fucked over by the smallest stuff. People have allergies to fucking grass, man.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean?
we vary so
So
crazily.
that's like saying peanut butter. The thing of peanut butter came out. Oh wow, this looks like this looks delicious. Oh, I better have it. And the first four people that had it, well, they're actually allergic to it. Their body's actually allergic to it. They all die. Well, oh my god, this shit kills people. We can't let people eat this stuff. It kills people. Well, no, because then the next person has it and he just feels a little ill. The next person after that has no issue with it and it thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's just now it's different than a virus, but that's what I'm trying to get at though, is that everyone reacts different to all sorts of different shit. Just like, the vaccine too. Like, again, people are like, again, at the end of the day, we have the vaccine. My
Yeah.
arm hurt a little bit after I got my first shot. The second arm, or my second shot, wasn't as bad. Um, but then I hear some people got sick, some people had fevers, people had this, and then like, a lot of people are talking about the shit that's in it and stuff. And
Yeah.
like, again, for me, if anyone's listening to me, it's your choice. I am very pro-choice. I could care less
Yeah.
what you think of the virus or the vaccine. If you think it's a positive thing, if you think it's a negative thing, if you want to take it, if you don't want to take it, I it's
Yeah. I don't care.
that's your decision. Yeah, exactly. It's your decision at the end. If you don't feel right with the chemicals that they made with this vaccine that are going into your body, that's it. That's one thing. Because the reality of it, Joe Schmo be like, oh, fucking this is in this and this is in this vaccine. Meanwhile, he's fucking taking fucking he's fucking washing his hands with toxic chemicals that can cause different kind of
Varsol.
can Varsol. Yeah, he's breathing in the Varsol chemicals in his body, and he's fucking washing his hands with cuts all over and stuff. He's like, fucking that fucking vaccine is gonna fucking kill us. Meanwhile, he's fucking literally putting Varsol into his fucking blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Huffing pain
but guess
thinner.
what? And guess what? Fucking the amount of shit that I've fucking breathed in from when I was doing oil changes and shit. that are not good for me, but like fortunately I'm all good. You know what I mean? It's because my body fucking repelled it or whatever the fuck. Whereas some people fucking, that could be the thing that gave them cancer.
Yeah.
So,
that's the ending for this
yeah.
Freedom Convoy thing. Is just like that's the bottom line for me is I support our truckers. I think they should get paid more, and I don't think there should be vaccine passports. I think it's bullshit.
Yep.
And I think let people do what they want.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it really doesn't matter at this point. The people that want it got it. People that don't aren't gonna get it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter for her like immunity because the vaccinated people can still spread it and get it. So it doesn't fucking matter. It's a flu at this point.
Yeah.
So that's my last thoughts on that.
Okay. Well,
fuck them all. So another small thing I was going to bring up. Well, there's actually two. One is just speculation.
Okay.
There's talks from I can't remember where it was. It's obviously it's a Microsoft company anyway, but there's talks of a remaster that's in the works, and I think it's a trilogy they're saying, and people are speculating that it might be Fable or possibly Gears of War.
Okay.
If it was Fable, I would be shitting bricks. Because that means for sure we're getting a PC port of Fable 2 and 3.
Oh shit.
Which would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
I know you really. I'm trying to remember which one I think I played 3 or 2. It's either 3 or 2. You know the really good one with the guns in it. I really enjoyed that one.
Justin sitting here slamming his keyboard.
It's pulling the cow right now.
He's actually gonna. He actually can just hear you with ESP. He's gonna join a Discord call right now. And go. What the fuck were you talking about?
Yeah. Someone order me a glass desk so I can smash it.
Because it's they're honestly even the ones with the guns though. I remember they're so fun. The first one's my favorite, which I played on Steam. The HD remaster or whatever. It was the Lost Chapters, but they did do an update to the texture and stuff. Yeah, but it was really fun. But yeah, Fable 2 and 3 is a crime against humanity. You literally can't play them on PC unless you could do some fuckery through torrenting and shit. But it's not a true port.
Yeah, it's like an emulator or something like that.
Yeah, I think Fable 3 was released on PC, but it's only on like disc.
Oh,
so I don't have a disc drive, and and I don't really want to, go pay some cretin on eBay a bunch of money for a fucking game that probably has a CD key that's already cracked.
Yeah. Actually, funny that you kind of brought that up. See, now we're the official Resident Evil podcast. But apparently,
guys, he's doing it again.
Yeah, doing it again. So you know how we talked about remake. Someone's making remake 1 and which was the other one? Code Veronica. Yeah, they're a group of mods. They're doing it. Apparently, modders. Yeah, right. So a different group have worked 8 years. It's been 8 years in the making, and they did an HD project for Resident Evil 4.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so there's an HD already. There's already a Resident Evil 4 HD one, but they made it like a true. Supposedly, they say it's a true HD update. Like all the Unreal Engine? all the up. No, it's the same engine, but it's just like they retextured everything to make it look a lot better, I guess. I don't know what to think of. Like, good on them. I'll say this. Good on them for doing that. That's dedication if you've spent 8 years doing this. But I just I don't know. It still looks like an old game to me. Like there's comparison pictures, and like it does definitely look good, but at the same time too, it's still like when did Resident Evil 4 come out? Like 2006 or something like
Yeah,
that. So like
still
yeah,
still an awesome game.
still an awesome game. At the end of the day, the funny thing now, of course, people will still go back and play the original. People still do. Don't get me wrong. But the funny thing is, there's so much talk about Capcom remaking 4 that like it just what a time. It's just like, hey, we brought out this friggin' HD remake of 4 and it looks great. And then Capcom's gonna come around the corner and be like, hey, we remade 4
Yeah,
with a
DMC,
whole.
and they'll probably DMCA them.
It could. Hopefully, it doesn't. It would be really nice because in theory, that's at the end of the day, it's a mod, so they don't ask for any money, and it's
Yeah,
another way for Capcom to make money on it, right? Because now that's like how I look at it is, say if you didn't have 4 and you're like, I'm not interested, and then you see that you're like, oh, I need to go buy Resident Evil 4 HD for on Steam from Capcom. Boom, a new sale, and they went out and got this mod. So
yeah,
in theory, it'd be kind of funny of them to do that. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Because at the same time
I'm
too,
looking at some of those comparisons. They look pretty good.
yeah, they did really good at actually looking at the picture side by side. But like when I was like watching it, like
Yeah.
watching a video of it, it's just like in the video form of things, it didn't really appeal me too much because again, to me, it's the HD textures are awesome, but at the same time too, it's still a 2006 game.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Honestly, it looks the same to me for the most part. But what's different is the finer textures,
Yes, yeah,
like the gloves. Look properly modeled and not as polygonal.
yes,
The gun has more detail to it. Uh,
yeah,
Basically, they took a lot of. It looks like they took a lot of static objects that were like the old polygon graphics and kind
yeah,
of updated them to modern textures.
yeah.
So looks all right, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it really does look like it'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, it's not going to completely blow my mind.
No. Whereas if
Again,
they did it on the RE engine with like Capcom's probably gonna do,
yeah,
it'll probably look really crazy.
yeah, because it'll be like there's also talk that they could be making 4 more like the story of it to be even darker, like a more darker story. That makes sense.
Ooh,
So it'll be interesting because there has already been leaks out, rumored leaks, I guess, because the voice actor for one of the main villains of that series, the guy who the character Albert Wesker, voiced by DC Douglas, I think his name is. He voiced for 5, and then a few off games like the Umbrella Chronicles and stuff like that. Um,
right.
and he leaked a thing out showing concept art of Albert Wesker.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but and in the note, like someone screenshotted it, and it says, "Please do not show anyone because I'm under some kind of some." Yeah, I know, right? I know, ironically, and then it's like, "Please don't share because I'm under guideline of such and such, and if this gets out and they find out, I could get sued or something like that."
That's fucking hilarious.
Right? So I think, and the other reason that also um, puts more what's the term I'm looking for? More proof to the fact that they could be working on 4 is look at the concept, look at the environment and everything of Resident Evil Village, the recent game that came out.
Yeah.
They could definitely take elements out of that game, textures and stuff like that, and put it into Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh yeah. It would fit right in.
Yeah.
In fact, the village from Village actually gave me like crazy. crazy Resident Evil 4 vibes.
Exactly. Like again, for Resident Evil 4 remake, they don't have to have it side by side comparison. They can have similar stuff for sure, but they can definitely change stuff up. I bet you though. There's a part of me that feels like we're going to possibly even see copy and paste buildings from Village into 4. Honestly,
Well, don't say that.
yeah,
I want a different game. God damn it!
It's true. It depending. What I'm curious about, because here's the other thing too. Supposedly, Resident Evil, Resident Evil 9, apparently isn't already been in development for 2 years already. Supposedly,
Holy shit!
yeah. There's this one guy, this one leaker, that's I think on Twitter or something like that, or Reddit, one of the two. He's like known for leaking a lot of information on Resident Evil, and his source is like practically spot on. Like the stuff that he said about Village apparently was pretty much spot on. The stuff that he said about previous games were spot on. So when he says
that you called him a leaker just made me laugh.
I know, right?
This local pants pisser.
Friggin' Resident Evil double agent. Leaked information. Finish the job.
Hello. It's just off to the left, sir. I know. I used to work here. Holy fuck, Kate. I forgot about the Russian guy. What's his name? Kaiser?
Krauser?
Krauser, that was his name, right?
He wasn't Russian though.
Was it, or was it? He wasn't. He just looks Russian.
Yeah, he looks Russian. Yeah, actually,
he just looks like Stallone in Rambo.
Stallone and Rambo.
I remember he was such a fucking cool character though. His name was Krauser, right?
Yeah. Krauser. They showed him off in 4, but then they actually introduced him in the Nintendo Wii games, the Umbrella Chronicles.
Right, yeah.
They gave him like a backstory, which was kind of neat to see.
Yeah, he had the bow and arrow.
Yeah, bow and arrow, and he had the
they had arm. To be they had to have like thought about like Rambo when they came up with that character. Like,
yeah, man,
has to be a definite reference.
Yeah,
with the clothing and like the beret and stuff, and the bow and arrow.
Yeah,
it's a little too spot on.
Yeah,
but you, because I did that Splinter Cell Conviction reference there. You want to talk about goosebumps in a game? That was a goosebumps moment. Like what gives you shivers?
Yeah.
When you return to third echelon as Sam, and then like that whole moment, and then when you learn that Sarah's dead, or sorry, Sarah isn't dead, and that Lambert lied to you. Oh, that part of that game just gives me shivers every time. Are you there?
Yeah. Sorry, kind of cut out there. The oh man, yeah. Goosebumps always. Oh.
Like, yeah, there's certain parts in certain games that just, they give you goosebumps because you're just like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Or it's like so emotional.
Yeah.
Kind of happened when, spoiler alert, when Ethan died in Resident Evil 8.
Yep.
I felt very bad for him because he made it through the whole fucking thing. Made it through the whole fucking thing, the whole fucking everything. Yeah. But I did think it was cool though how they sealed his character off with the whole mold thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of explained away Resident Evil 7, like how he was able to get his limbs chopped off, and just fucking just put some fucking put some fucking polysporin on it, slap it back on.
Yeah. You think it's like lazy game development or like lazy game, like lazy storytelling, and then it actually they're like, hey, ha ha ha.
Guess what? He was mold the whole time.
Yeah. Kind of bringing up video games, and we kind of actually talked about it at the very starting how I fucked up Dwayne Johnson's name, but
fuck. I don't know why.
So apparently he's making a new video game movie.
Is it? Yeah, I haven't heard about this yet. Is this?
There's two games that people have in mind that it could be.
Doom
The
2?
one, no, I don't think it's Doom 2. That would be actually interesting if he went back to the Doom series, because he says he was back in the day. Things could also change. Back in the day, he wasn't actually fond of that movie. In the end, he wasn't too happy. He was kind of almost embarrassed because it didn't do good in the box office.
Oh, no.
Now we'll put this and I think we've kind of expressed this a little bit already. We love maybe more not we love video game movies per se, but we do love certain video game movies, and we like the campy kind of movies, the sometimes somewhat cheesy kind of movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We loved Doom is one of our big movies.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
The quotes that we come up with, when we call out and stuff like that, it's just nonstop. But yeah, so there's talk about 2 games, and the 2 games, because he talks about how he used to play them a lot. It's first one's dumb, I think. Madden.
What the fuck?
I knew right away, because that's exactly what I'm like. Why the fuck would Madden? Why would
They already made that. It was called The Blind Side.
It's called every fucking football movie out there. But the second one is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty movie.
That's interesting to me, because it's literally just those are both generic. Call of Duty is just based on wars, right?
Yeah.
So, and then Madden's just based on football games. So
yeah.
It would just be Pearl Harbor's a Call of Duty movie. Fuck.
I just, yeah. Well, I think it's more of the modern ones I'm thinking of. I'm just trying to figure out seeing Dwayne Johnson in the Call of Duty scenario.
You don't, yeah, but you don't remember his last video game movie?
Was it the, Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Rampage. Yeah, Rampage. Yeah. I haven't actually watched it. I've seen clips, and it seemed like it was a decent movie from the clips I've seen. I don't know how well it did, but
I'll be perfectly honest. I loved playing Rampage as a kid.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a monotonous game, but it was fun to play with a friend.
Yeah.
But I actually haven't watched this movie. I own this movie, but I have not watched it.
Really?
Yeah. See, we'll have to watch it one of these days.
Definitely. And it's kind of an interesting element when it comes to Rampage, for example, or Sonic. That's another one. They seem like really weird games to try to make into a movie.
Yeah.
But I think there's so lack of okay, depending on how you're viewed and how you watch or play those games and stuff like that. More Sonic I'm talking about. There's not much of a story to it.
No.
In a certain sense, right? So you almost have that more creative freedom when it comes to it, especially Rampage. Rampage is just you as a monster smashing buildings. Is it not getting scores?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's just you as monsters tearing down cities.
Yeah. So okay, let's make a movie. Let's make an action movie with Dwayne Johnson and giant animals destroying the buildings and make a story out of it. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. No, seriously.
And then they just add some character development with the him, and I guess the white monkey. Some kind of monkey.
Yeah, that's George.
That's a Doom reference. George, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Because there was George the monkey. Lizzie was the lizard Godzilla type thing. Then the werewolf was Ralph.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I posted a screenshot in the Discord.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
That's Rampage World Tour, that was the N64 and arcade version.
Oh, frick! I see where.
And
I see where they got.
PlayStation.
I could see where they got Dwayne Johnson's character. You could see the rocks in the background.
Oh yeah, there he is. The big old
Dwayne
mountain.
the Rock Johnson. But yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Like again, it's still speculation on if it's can Madden seems so dumb to me. That I
That
could see Call
that
of
does
Duty, but
that does seem really fucking dumb.
the thing, I will give the Rock credit. He is pretty good at selling a movie
Oh, he's
with
fucking
his
the he's literally the best.
with his production. Like I'm curious if they would have made that Doom movie now with his production crew, on how well it would have sold now compared to
Oh,
back then.
it would have
But
been unreal today.
the difference is though is he would be the main character.
Oh yeah.
No ifs or buts about it. That's the difference. Is he was a starting actor in that Doom movie, so they're like, we're gonna make him the
Yeah.
villain because he's only been a villain twice, and that's an iffy twice because the first one I would truly say the Doom movie he turns into a villain at the end,
Yeah.
3/4 into it. Whereas the second movie is The Mummy 2, where he's a CGI Scorpion King. So I like again.
I stand
Oh my
alone.
god!
You let your sting down inside me.
But yeah. So I don't know if you want to really say he was
Now
truly
it's
a
my
villain.
time.
Okay, God, that
Now it's my time.
this podcast has been sponsored by Godsmack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know if you want to even call two movies, maybe one. He actually acted as a villain in one movie, at least as a villain.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It was
So
yeah, I can't say enough good things about Doom. I love that movie so
yeah.
fucking much.
So
It's such a classic.
yeah.
So the last thing I guess before we wrap up here,
Mm-hmm.
um, was another small thing, but it was something I heard today and I forgot about, so I wrote it in there. But it was apparently Disney's making a live action version of Snow White.
Interesting.
If you remember that fairy tale, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but now there's controversy. Can you guess why?
The Seven Dwarves. I don't know. Something about them. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like a derogatory term towards little people, right?
Oh my god.
And this is actually new, and so obviously it's a classic fucking it's a classic fucking story, right?
Mm.
For Disney, like it's original from the Brothers Grimm, like the Grimm fairy tales, but
Yeah.
Disney took a lot of those fairy tales and made them into classic animation, which is what everybody knows them as. Most
Yeah.
people don't know them as the Grimm tale.
Yeah.
but I don't know. So a lot of people, yeah, it's basically it's basically talking about how it's like a derogatory term for little people, as far as I've seen, and they don't want dwarfs to be represented that way, and
Yeah.
and because this one article here says some analyses of the fairy tale indicate that though the dwarves failed to protect Snow White always, they were meant to represent kind and nurturing people who looked after orphans in that time. However, the characters have found to be portrayed often as childish, farcical, so like joking, and impossible to take seriously. And it's
Yeah.
they work because they're there's Dopey, Sleepy, Doc. They're goofy animation characters. You fucks. They're not saying
Yeah.
that's how, like they're not saying that's how all people that are what do they even call them now? Do they call them little people? Because Because what like I don't know what the proper term is for, you know. Obviously, the medical term is like dwarfism, but
Yeah.
like people always forget that Snow White and the Seven Dwarves isn't about like little people. It's about the mythological character called a dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
which dwarves in like
Like
Dungeons and
fucking
Dragons,
Lord of the
yeah,
Rings.
Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons, Snow White, in all those, they're typically shorter individuals, and that's just what their race of people is. They're shorter people, but they're usually engineering, like wizards and miners. So they're industrious people, and they usually live in mountains.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
It's not about small people in real life. Like, I don't know, man. People are so fucked.
Wait, you're telling me small people don't live in mountains and not working in mines?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I
Shit.
pulled the Iron Curtain back for you.
Wow. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Peter Dinklage, when he's not doing movies, he doesn't just go work in his. He goes and lives in the Lonely Mountain. Well, they did live in the mountain, but then they came to live in normal society once the dragon Smog took their mountain.
Yeah, yeah,
And now we got to help them fight it back for it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It just goes to show you, like how woke is too woke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we're getting to a point where it's just like it's a little out of control.
Yeah. You know what? You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, people are woke now." What is woke going to be like in the next 10 years? I
Oh,
like
I
to hope
know.
that it calms down, but you
I
never know.
these things always seem to rile up, and then they go back down,
Mhm.
and they level out, and then it usually gets better. And people have been predicting, like, it usually a thing of wokeness usually seems to happen every like 30 years. Obviously, it hasn't been to this degree ever because of social media, but
Yeah.
still, every 30 so years, there's always some big event where people are always butthurt or they want to be fucking crazy. So I don't know. But one last thing before we go, I just want to ask you this because you weren't on the last podcast with me and Justin,
Yeah.
and we got talking about some games that were ahead of their time and shit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you because you're a huge Bond fan. Did you ever play Nightfire?
Yeah.
So ahead of its time, hey?
Oh, yes.
Me and Justin, because Justin was like, I played one of those. It was on the GameCube. It was so awesome, and I'm like everything or nothing, because that's the GameCube one. And he's like, I showed him a screenshot and stuff. He's like, no, I don't think that's it. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I remembered it clicked in my head. I'm like, I know what he's talking about, because I had it for PC when I was a kid, and I love that game. Fucking Nightfire.
You know what?
What a baller game.
I think just about all the James Bond games, just about all of them,
They're
are
solid.
they are solid for a movie video game
Yeah, and
or
I
whatever.
again, I will die on this hill forever, because we talked about last podcast with Justin. I was talking about how, like, because that's what got us on the subject, was I was talking about how GoldenEye is not good anymore.
Yeah.
It was awesome for the time. One of
Yeah.
the best games. No doubt about it. Such a classic, and I love watching speedruns and shit of it. But for
Yeah.
me, it's like unplayable now. But
Yeah.
it's the same as Duke Nukem 64. It's not the game, it's not the
It's
content. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We had a
yeah.
technical error there. Um,
Mhm.
Geark and Craig's offline. Geark is still, he's here now, but he wouldn't join normally, so I had to do a manual. I had to do a manual command. Get out the old fucking CMD prompt, bitch. But yeah,
I know.
it's ironic because we were pretty much just gonna rap anyway.
Mhm.
Unless, did you have anything else to say?
Not really.
Besides you going on about dwarfs living in mountains,
getting
a treasure stolen.
Nothing really. Like really caught me off guard. Yeah.
Come on. Gyork is sitting here going like, "Let's go, boy! Come on,
okay. I got one thing. I got one joke.
Okay.
This joke might work. I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, guys, he's gonna be funny for once.
I'm gonna be This is called a failed stand-up comedy, but we'll see. Okay, so what's the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper?
What?
Ew, that's gross. You wipe your ass with the walls or what?
Awful. Now it's my time. That's where you go. It's my time. It's my time to breathe. Dream of the sky. Dream of the sky.
Okay.
Make me believe that this place. Okay, I'm sorry. That song's a banger. You gotta admit.
It is.
That was literally one of the main reasons why we kept renting. It was a fucking awesome game. It was the Scorpion King for GameCube, and I would like to play it again because it was a really cool game. But it got you hyped up because right at the title screen, as soon as you press start on the title screen, it was like, I stand alone. And they had the fucking Godsmack music. Fucking awesome. But yeah, we're going to end this before Gyork decides to leave the call again. Bastard.
Yes.
Just kidding. I love you. At least you're better than Craig. He's literally gone. He's offline. Gone. You're too late. We're fucked. We don't need you. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to us.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long this episode was because we had like that technical issue for like 15 minutes. So,
yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. And I will see you in the next podcast.
All right, boys. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.
Peace.